Yifan travels to the world of machine girls. Here, as adults, women will awaken to the mecha system and have their own mecha forms. Some awaken motorcycles, some awaken armored vehicles, and even some awaken fighter jets and giant warships. After reaching adulthood, males will awaken their commanding system. Once the commander and the mecha complete the contract, they can recharge the opponent, allowing the mecha to transform into a warrior and greatly enhance their combat effectiveness. Yifan obtained the strongest commander system. Not only can it be charged multiple times, but it also has strong modification capabilities. So with his help, a tanker truck that explodes in place with just one touch, a giant shield tunneling machine that can speed up to a turtle, and a mothership that is overweight and unable to lift off with 10,000 tons. These useless mechas, which were originally despised by people, eventually became the strongest fighting force for humans to resist foreign tribes. Keywords of the novel. Machine Girl World. School flower girlfriend explodes with just a touch without a pop-up window. Machine Girl World. School flower girlfriend explodes with just a touch. Download complete text. Machine Girl World. School flower girlfriend explodes with just a touch. Latest chapter reading. Chapter 1. The school flower is an E.class explosive oil tank truck. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Chapter 1. The school flower is an E.class explosive oil tank truck. Lin Xin, a C.class small excavator with a 4-cylinder core power of oil and gas energy, is definitely a first-hand new car. Lisa, a D.class double-decker bus with a pure electric energy output of over 400 horsepower, not only has a large passenger capacity but also impressive headlights. Listening to the gossip of my classmates beside me, watching the drifting and shifting of the playground, the machine girls crazily demonstrating their strength. Yifan fell into silence. This world is completely different from the blue star before he traveled. Since the collision with a mysterious celestial body 100 years ago. Not only has the land area increased by more than 10 times, but the life forms of all organisms have also undergone tremendous changes. Due to the failure of modern weapons, humans have been repeatedly forced into dire straits by mechanical mutated beasts. Fortunately, the appearance of Jinyang and the commander turned the tide of the war. After reaching adulthood, women will awaken their mecha system. With the awakening of the mech system, they will also have a second form. Mechanical form. There are many types of mechanical forms, but most of them are vehicles. For example, motorcycles, cars, trains, as well as armored vehicles, cranes, and excavators. Even tanks, planes, and warships are not impossible. As for men, they will awaken their command system as adults. The commander himself does not have any combat power, but after contracting with the aircraft mother, he can unleash the opponent's full strength. For example, in the third form. Battle Concubine mode, commanders at or above the CE level must be contracted to possess it. Otherwise, it can only be switched between humans and vehicles. As for the form that is even more powerful than Zhangji, the commander's level needs to be raised to a certain extent. The strength of the commander directly affects the strength of the mecha. Contract with a powerful commander is the dream of every mech. And today is the day of awakening the commander. So, only yesterday's newly awakened girls will fully showcase themselves on the playground. But not all machine girls are like this. Lin Xin, the former and present school flower, hid under the shade of trees and dared not show her head. Because what she awakened was an E.class tanker. If it's just an E. level, it's not a big deal. After all, Lin Xin is very beautiful, and there will definitely be equally low-level commanders willing to contract with her. But the downside is that she is an unstable and explosive tanker truck. Who can withstand this? So, the awakening result came out. The flies around Lin Xin disappeared instantly. Even her former best friend has left her far away. Murong, that woman, awakened to an S.class sports car. Not only did she take away Lin Xion's school flower title, but she also went around saying that she was only worthy of a contract with Yi Fan, a wanderer. At that moment, the big horn on the playground sounded. Everyone be quiet. The commander's awakening is about to begin. The speaker was Vice Principal Zhang Wei, who presided over the ceremony. As an A-level commander, his contract partner is the legendary Battle Queen. This makes the boys envious. However, in the world after 100 years, the air and sea are no longer under human control. As soon as Zhang Wei spoke, the playground instantly quieted down. The distant machine ladies also turned their gaze towards each other. The commander, like the mech girl, has a total of 8 levels from E to SSS. The higher the commander's level, the stronger the energy conversion rate and the combat effectiveness of the mech after transforming into a warrior. Even an E-class van can soar to the sky as long as it can contract with an S-class commander. So, high-level commanders are usually the targets that the mechs are vying for. Some S-level machine enthusiasts would rather wait for several years than lower their standards. After all, going out to battle is an extremely dangerous thing. Once you leave the main human city, whether you can survive or not depends entirely on the commander's ability. Li Ming, enter the awakening device. Don't be nervous, just like a regular mock exam. For 50 years, humans invented the awakening device. This type of device, similar to a game pod, can reduce the death rate of commanders to below 1% during awakening. Unfortunately, the girl awakens and cannot use it. Otherwise, during the transformation of form, the awakening device will explode. That's why I woke up separately from the boys. Not long after, the awakening device emits a cold mechanical sound. Ding dong, successful awakening. Li Ming, level C, no special abilities, no innate skills. Next, the hatch is opened. Before Li Ming had even taken a few steps, 4 or 5 machine girls on the other end of the playground flashed their headlights. Obviously, this result is not bad. Sure enough, the next 5 consecutive boys only awakened to level E. E-level in this world can only stay in the city to do the most basic work. Although it is also possible to contract low-level machine girls. But if you want to leave the city, it's probably impossible for a lifetime. After all, the outside world is too dangerous. Any mechanical mutant beast can take their lives. If the commander does not have a C-level, the mech cannot enter the warrior form. Not Zhangji, I don't even have a chance to escape against the mechanical mutant beast. At this moment, Zhang Wei's voice rang out again. Next, Yi Fan. Remember, don't get nervous or move around after entering the awakening device. Although you study later than other classmates. But don't give up either. Even if you haven't reached the C-level and can't go to Zhangji Academy, you can still make a living in the city. Yi Fan nodded and glanced at the little girl who was bowing her head and drawing circles under the shade of a tree in the distance, then walked into the awakening device. That's right, he knows Lin Xin. And their relationship is very good. Half a year ago, Yi Fan encountered a mechanical wolf as soon as he traveled. This kind of ferocious beast wrapped in iron armor, even a sliding shovel cannot handle it. Fortunately, Lin Xin's parents passed by, which saved him. Originally, the homeless were all transferred to the city management center for centralized distribution. The best outcome is to be a beast decomposer for a lifetime. But Lin Xin is a kind girl. At her request, Lin Qianxiang spent a lot of money to get Yi Fan to the Imperial Sea Academy. Gave him a chance to become a commander. Crunch. The awakening device compartment door is closed. Gulyalu. Gulyalu. Transparent gel gushed out from all around, filling the whole compartment quickly. Yi Fan was already prepared. These gel are used to simulate the state of the commander when he is driving the concubine. Without the protection of gel, the human body could not withstand the fierce impact in battle. Next should be the gravity acceleration test. Then energy conversion testing. Yi Fan thinks so. Suddenly, several blue arcs appear around the gel. The arc gathers more and more. Finally, all of them penetrated into Yi Fan's body. Then, a mechanical sound without emotion rang in his ear. Detected host awakening. The strongest commander system is being bound. Binding completed. Obtaining mandatory access to Machine Mother. Yi Fan was ecstatic in his heart. Sure enough, if there is a time travel, there will be a system, which is normal. I just didn't expect the trigger condition to be awakening. Hey, system. What is mandatory access? Returning to the host means accessing the special privileges of the machine without the need for a contract. Ding dong, 155 accessible machines detected nearby. May I ask if the host is forced to log in? End of this chapter. Chapter 2. Forced login and discovering conspiracy. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 2. Forced login and discovering conspiracy now. Will this be done when awakening the commander? Host can rest assured that it does not affect. Oh. So. Give it a try. Ding, permission enabled successfully. The host can log into 155 nearby machines at will. As soon as the system sound finished, Yi Fan had an additional list of machine data in his mind. The list is arranged in descending order according to the level of the machine mother. At the top is the principal Huang Feifei. Every student guesses her level, and Yi Fan is no exception. A movement of thought. Ding, congratulations to the host. The forced access was successful. The neural connection is completed and information sharing is enabled, logging in. At the same time, the beautiful woman sitting on the playground podium suddenly had a huge change in her face. After her husband died in battle, she didn't make any contracts with other commanders. Why is it now? Is it the ghost of that guy? Thinking of this, Huang Feifei looked around with a guilty conscience. Mandatory access rights for machine users, not physical login. But rather using mental power for remote terminal access. So, Yi Fan's body is still awakening in the awakening device. But the spirit reached a temporary contract agreement with Huang Feifei. He can now access all of Huang Feifei's information, even the confidentiality clause. However, in order to drive, the opponent still needs to enter mechanical or warrior form. Yi Fan just wanted to see the level of the principal, so human form is sufficient. Huang Feifei. Identity. Current president of Yuhai College. Age. 35 years old. Mechanical form. Missile launch vehicle. Mechanical quality. SS level. Level. 48, gold, Energy. 98 octane gasoline. Power core. Armored number 5 8-cylinder engine. Commander. None. Contract history. Once. Car condition. 85 new, with a sturdy structure and no damage. Confidential information. Huang Feifei's commander sacrificed 15 years ago and has never contracted a new commander. Apart from focusing on teaching, the most important thing is her daughter Qin Yuro. After reading the information, Yi Fan was somewhat surprised. I didn't expect Principal Huang to be an SS-level gold-level powerhouse and a rare missile launch vehicle. Fortunately, I didn't offend her before. Otherwise, this naturally born fighter jet girl, even if she hasn't transformed into a warrior form, can still send him back to the west with a missile. Yi Fan quickly withdrew from the visit. The beautiful woman on the podium breathed a sigh of relief. However, she seemed to sense something and her gaze towards the awakening device was somewhat blurred. Then, Yi Fan continued to look at Murong, who was ranked second in the list. This woman is Lin Xin's best friend. To be precise, he is a standard T master. I used to just enter the college, and every time Lin Xin brought food to see him, Murong would try her best to match him up. Yi Fan once suspected that the woman had a brain problem. After all, everyone knows that wanderers are almost unable to awaken commanders above level C due to long-term exposure to special magnetic fields outside the city. This behavior is equivalent to pushing her best friend into a fire pit. But later on, Yi Fan realized that Murong was just trying to eliminate her competitors. After all, Lin Xin is the school flower of Yuhai College, with countless pursuers. Especially the so-called school grass Wang Zichuan, whose mother is an active S-class heavy tank. Even if only a C-class commander is awakened, he can have a worry-free life. Murong, who had not yet awakened, exhausted all means to make a contract with Wang Zichuan. Yesterday, the girl woke up. Lin Xin, who originally had good grades and was highly likely to wake up as an S-class mechanic, actually only woke up as an E-class tanker. Still an unstable and potentially explosive defective product. This result made Yi Fan have to doubt. So, he needs to check Murong's secret information. Ding, congratulations to the host. The forced access was successful. The neural connection is completed and information sharing is enabled, logging in. At the same time, Murong, who was mocking Yi Fan for overestimating her abilities and wasting college resources, suddenly had her car headlights flashing wildly. Sister Rong, what's wrong with you? The nearby pickup truck quickly turned on the emergency lights and asked. How dare Murong say that she was suddenly contracted by a mysterious force? It's okay. I'm feeling a bit uncomfortable, just go to the emergency runway to rest. At this moment, Yi Fan has successfully entered the cockpit. This mandatory visit is different from just now. Because Murong is now in mechanical form. So, there is actually no difference from real driving. But Yefan entered the spirit body, so he did not trigger the gel. He didn't start it immediately, but quickly opened the property panel. Murong, identity. Graduates of the 38th cohort of Yuhai College. Age. 18 years old. Mechanical form. Black Horse 7 Series sports car. Mechanical quality. S. Grade, level. Level 0, black iron, . Energy. 98 octane gasoline. Power core. Racing series 4-cylinder engine. Commander. None. Contract history. 0 times. Car condition. 99 new, with good doors and windows, and sufficient engine oil. Confidential information. Murong secretly gave her energy suppressants before her awakening due to jealousy towards her best friend Lin Xin, causing her to make a mistake in awakening. Sure enough, Lin Xion's awakening to become an E-class unstable fuel tank truck was truly the work of this woman. But confidential information cannot become evidence. Yi Fan is very angry. Lin Xin is the best person for him after coming to this world. So, Murong must pay the price. However, today's situation is special and no one can die. Since that's the case, let's charge some interest first. Thinking of this, Yi Fan immediately set all pressure relief switches to maximum. Murong's car lights flashed wildly just now, which already attracted a lot of attention. Now, antifreeze, glass water, and 98 octane gasoline have leaked all over the ground. Immediately become the focus of the playground. No one even cared about the outcome of Yi Fan's awakening. After all, among this cohort of graduates, only Murong is an S-level machine girl. Even Wang Zichuan shifted his attention to her. Although Lin Xin is more beautiful. But in the world of machine girls, strength is everything. Even an idiot wouldn't make a contract with a tanker truck that could explode at any time. At this moment, everyone noticed something was wrong with Murong. Even if you want to show yourself, you shouldn't empty all the fluids in the car. Sure enough. Bomb. The sports car engine made a muffled noise. With the thick mist like black smoke rising, Murong also returned to human form. She is now not only weak enough to stand up. The whole face was also blackened by the smoke. Yifan raised the corner of his mouth. He glanced at Murong's latest status before exiting the interview. The condition of the car is only 60% new. Although still retaining S.grade quality. But even if there were a commander who made a contract with her, it would probably be very frustrating. After all, Principal Huang, who is 35 years old, has a child whose car condition can be maintained at 85% new. This must have been driven thousands of kilometers to be so dilapidated. Don't worry about how the outside is noisy. Yifan quickly searched for Lin Xin's name in the list. Since Lin Xin's awakening went wrong due to energy inhibitors. So, maybe a solution can be found in the hidden information. End of this chapter. Chapter 3. Awakening SSS Level Commander. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 3 Awakening SSS Level Commander. Quickly, Yifan found Lin Xin's name at the end of the list. System, Forced Access. Ding, access successful. The neural connection is completed and information sharing is enabled, logging in. Under the shade of trees. The girl with black hair and eyes, resembling a Barbie doll, began to look around. Suddenly. Bang. The girl turned into a small oil tanker. The oil tanker truck looks normal, but there is a huge explosive word printed on both sides of the tank. Yifan did not expect that Lin Xin would enter mechanical form as soon as he made contact. Fortunately, I am a spiritual driver, otherwise if it explodes, I would be dead. For safety reasons, he cautiously groped in the cab. No matter the steering wheel or various rotary switches, they should not be moved randomly. However, even so, the oil tankers under the shade of trees are still very nervous. Turn on the wipers and turn on the turn signals. Scared, several nearby mechanics quickly moved away for hundreds of meters. After all, the big hole that exploded in the suburbs yesterday has not been filled yet. It wasn't until Yifan opened the attribute panel that the tanker truck quieted down slightly. However, the surrounding area is already empty for several hundred meters. Lin Xin, Identity. Graduates of the 38th cohort of Yuhai College. Age. 18 years old. Mechanical form. Unstable oil tank truck. Mechanical quality. E.level, defect. Level 0, black iron. Energy. Atomic energy. Power core. Qingtian 1 nuclear power reactor. Commander. None. Contract history. 0 times. Car condition. Brand new, perfect and flawless. Confidential information. Error during awakening, causing mismatch between the body and power core, making it easy to explode. Solution. Strengthen the body or replace the power core. After reading the attributes, Yifan frowned tightly. According to the knowledge system he has been learning for 6 months. Machines that use nuclear energy and have nuclear power reactors are usually rated S or above. If the power core is replaced, although it can prevent Lin Xin from exploding, the mechanical quality will definitely stay at level E. So there is only one way to strengthen the body. Yifan just thought of this. Beep beep. The awakening test is about to end. Please exit the access mode immediately, for the host. Yifan was startled by the loud alarm of the system. Not only did I press the brake hard, but I also pulled on the handbrake at the same time. So. At the same time as the awakening device reports the test results. Under the shade of trees at the end of the playground, there was also a deafening roar. Roaming and rumbling. accompanied by the sound of explosions that echoed through the sky. A beautiful girl walked out of the smoke and dust. Lin Xin is almost crying at this moment. She didn't want to attract attention originally. Now it's okay, no commander dares to make a contract with her. This level of explosion, even with gel protection, will be shattered. At this moment. O God of machinery! Is this the legendary SSS level commander? Zhang Wei's voice was somewhat distorted due to excitement. The entire playground instantly turned its gaze to the awakening device. There is excitement and envy, but more of it is disbelief. Because what just entered was Yi Fan, a lowly wanderer. According to past records, the wanderer awakens commander, it is impossible to exceed level C. Wang Zichuan's face was full of ferocity. Impossible, absolutely impossible. It must be a problem with the awakening device. Lin Xin's explosion is to cover up this kid's cheating behavior. Teacher Zhang, you can't be confused. As soon as Prince Chuan spoke, other male classmates also began to feel indignant. The school flower was originally good to Yi Fan, which made them very unhappy. I didn't expect this homeless trash to awaken an SSS level commander. Who can bear this? However, compared to boys, machine girls are more excited. If Yi Fan is really an SSS level commander, they will be the first to receive the moon near the water tower. Yi, B.class mountain bike, high suspension without oil leakage, think about it. Little handsome guy, a combat grade A.class armored personnel carrier, sturdy and durable, definitely a new model. Brother Yi, B.level multifunctional excavator with 18 modes and multiple terrains without obstacles, learn more. For a moment, the entire playground exploded. Even if Zhang Wei is an A.level commander or vice president, he can't control the situation at all. At this moment. Quiet. I will immediately review the test results. If anyone dares to talk nonsense again, stay behind later and I will provide him with separate tutoring. Upon hearing the principal's request for individual tutoring, the entire playground instantly quieted down. Even Wang Zichuan quickly covered his mouth. The mother of the S.class heavy tank at home has reminded her. Yuhai College must not offend Principal Huang, otherwise she will personally break her leg. At this moment, the awakening device hatch opened. Yi Fan, who is 185 meters tall, has a well-proportioned physique and a handsome appearance, walked out from inside. Previously, due to his status as a wanderer, no one would care about him. But now it seems that the school grass Prince River is no match at all. Many mechanics almost shut down their engines due to excitement. Especially Murong, her back teeth are almost biting apart. If Yi Fan is really an SSS level commander, then all of her efforts in the past 6 months have gone in the wrong direction. Fortunately, Lin Xin awakened the E.class explosive tanker truck through her own means. So, she still has a chance. Murong quickly rushed to the bathroom, intending to clean herself before the results of the second test came out. She believes that as long as the other party is not foolish, she will never miss her S.class sports car. Yi Fan was a bit confused at the moment. Because in front of him, it was not Zhang Wei standing, but Principal Huang Feifei. Did I just discover my forced login? Looking at the principal who was half a head taller than himself, Yi Fan felt a little nervous. Yi Fan, right. Don't worry, I just came over to see if there are any issues with your awakening results. Just stand still. Upon hearing Huang Feifei's gentle voice, Yi Fan finally breathed a sigh of relief. Soon, the portable tester gave the results. Ding dong, testing is complete. Graduates of Yuhai College. Yi Fan Commander's Quality. SSS Level Commander Level 0, Black Iron, possessing special ability. All energy interface, can adapt to all types of machines. Possessing a special talent. Cybertron Heart, with a 500% increase in total energy output and no loss in energy transmission. Commander Attributes: Strength 10, Agility 10, Physique 12, Spirit 13, Length 18. The test results are like a heavy hammer hitting everyone's heart. End of this chapter. Chapter 4. S.Level Battle Concubine's Ultimate Skill, Another Special Ability. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 4 S.Level Battle Concubine's Ultimate Skill, Another Special Ability. This time, the test results were free from the interference of explosion sounds and clearly fell into everyone's ears. After a few seconds, everyone didn't calm down anymore. All energy interface. Cybertron's heart. Even though Huang Feifei had seen a lot and had a wide understanding, her eyes widened. Although SSS level commanders are rare, Dragon Kingdom awakens several every year. SSS level commanders who can possess both special abilities and special talents. It can't be said that there will be no one to come after. But absolutely unprecedented. The most crucial thing is that Yi Fan's two abilities are still very incredible. In the world of mech women, when women transform into mechanical or warrior forms, they no longer consume heat, but various energy sources. Some machines consume electricity, gas, oil, and nuclear energy. Some consume hybrid power, such as electrical energy, oil and gas energy, solar steam power, and so on. But the energy carried by the machine itself is not much. Without a C.level or higher commander in the contract, it is simply not enough to support the form of a war queen. Ultimately, the greatest role of a commander is the power bank. Normally, the energy of a C.level commander can provide the C.level battlemate with continuous combat for 5 minutes and the B.level battlemate with continuous combat for 2 minutes. The duration of the battle decreases in order of the warrior's strength. It is precisely for this reason that many high-quality machine manufacturers are willing to wait rather than compromise. Because low-quality commanders are simply unable to meet their combat expenses. Although the commander can increase the energy reserve limit by increasing the combat level after the contract. But compared to those S.level, SS level, and SSS level commanders, the innate gap is like a trench that cannot be crossed. Surprisingly, Yi Fan not only awakened the SSS level commander, but also possessed the heart of Cybertron. This type of energy transmission has a special talent of no loss and increases its own energy storage by 500%. Even a large SSS level battlemate is definitely enough. But this is not yet the most exciting place for machine girls. In the world of mechas, mechas need to choose a suitable commander to contract with due to different energy interfaces. It's like electric cars cannot be fueled with diesel, and airplanes cannot use gasoline. If the commander does not match, even if the opponent's level is high, it is meaningless. Yi Fan is completely different. His special ability is all energy interface, which can adapt to all types of mechs. That is to say, from shared bicycles to spacecrafts, there is nothing that Yi Fan cannot contract. So, the machine girls are so excited. Because even the E.Class 3-wheeled electric vehicle can definitely compete for it. What if the other party's brain gets wet and they agree? Meanwhile, the boys' side is a different scene. Envy, jealousy, and hatred almost appear on all faces. Especially as a school grass, Prince Chuan, who has always been sought after by everyone, his back teeth are almost crushed. He doesn't believe that Rangers can awaken SSS-level commanders, nor does he believe that Yi Fan has such good luck to possess both special abilities and talents. There must be a conspiracy involved. Wang Zichuan stared fiercely at the handsome young man next to the awakening device. If his gaze could kill, Yi Fan probably would have died without a whole body. At this moment, the young man raised his eyebrows and heard the emotionless mechanical sound in his ear again. Congratulations to the host for successfully awakening the SSS level commander. Reward all types of mech modification manuals. Reward S.level vibrating gold coating. Reward 5,000 mall points. After listening to the system prompt, Yifan slightly raised the corner of his mouth. The modification of the machine is usually very difficult. The commander must study at the War G Academy before adding external accessories to the aircraft. But if you want to replace the core energy source or change the size of the exhaust pipe and headlights, you must find a professional mechanic to modify them. Jingyang modification engineers are very scarce in the world of Jingyang. For example, the Imperial Sea City where Yifan is located. With a population of over 500,000, the number of war concubines in the War Concubine Legion alone, which has C-level commanders, exceeds 3,000. But there is only one mechanic who can modify the land warrior. This can no longer be described as scarcity, it is simply rare. Now, Yifan has a manual for all types of machine modification in his mind. That is to say, he can also transform the mech girl or take all types. In the future, there is no need to worry that the mechanic will be taken advantage of by other craftsmen. In addition to the full type of mech modification manual, the reward for awakening SSS level commanders also includes a bucket of S-level vibrating gold coating. Jinjin coating belongs to ultra-rare special pigments. It is made of the metal shell of a diamond-level vibrating golden beast, which has extremely strong shock resistance. When painted with vibration gold paint, even if the cab is not protected by gel, the commander will not be crushed by violent impact. That is to say, Lin Xin's explosion problem has been temporarily alleviated. But just by keeping the commander alive, it is not possible to restore his rightful strength. It still needs continuous renovation. Just as Yifan wanted to open the bucket of vibrating gold coating in his mind and take a look, the system prompt sound rang again. Ding, novice task release. Please contract a machine host within 5 hours. Task reward. 1S-level war concubine must kill skill, special ability. Remote driving, system mall opened. After listening to the system task, even Yifan, the traveler, didn't calm down anymore. In the world of mech girls, almost all commanders only contract one mech girl. It's not that we don't want to, but rather that energy reserves and transmission distances are limited. The issue of energy reserves can be solved by lowering the standards of machinery manufacturers. But there is no solution to the issue of energy transmission distance. After all, commanders can only carry out energy delivery by entering the cockpit. Once Yifan has the ability to drive remotely, with his heart of SSS-level external game Botan, even if he contracts 10 SSS-level aircraft women at the same time, there is no problem at all. As for the S-class warrior's ultimate skill worth millions of credit points, it appears somewhat insignificant in the face of remote driving. But if the machine lady on the playground knew that Yifan had this thing, she would probably ignore Huang Feifei and go to the awakening stage to steal people. You should know that C-level commanders and C-level war comrades can only earn a maximum of 10,000 credit points after hunting for a month. The S-level battle queen's ultimate skill worth millions of credit points, even if you don't eat or drink, you can't afford it. Moreover, those who possess this skill are still non-contracted SSS-level commanders. If we could make a contract with him, it would be like a mechanical version of Cinderella meeting a prince. But everyone knows that this possibility is almost zero. High-quality mechanics won't compromise. High-quality commanders are even more picky. I'm afraid there is no suitable opportunity for Yifan in the entire Imperial Sea Academy. It's not completely absent either. The one on the awakening stage seems to just as Yifan was immersed in the joy of task rewards, Wang Feifei's voice suddenly rang in his ear. A faint aroma of orchids rushed into the nose. At some point, the other party had already put their head in their ear. Yifan, you are excellent, I really like you. Come with me later, there's no need to participate in the contract matching session. End of this chapter. Chapter 5. Luxury House Dowry. Defective SSS Level Machine Mother. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 5 Luxury House Dowry. Defective SSS level machine mother Yi Fan couldn't believe his ears. When will the voice of the great demon be so gentle? Also, what is going on with her? What is the situation of not allowing participation in contract pairing after awakening? Is it, Principal Huang, I'm still young. How about we not wait for a few more years? Huang Feifei chuckled. What are you thinking? How could I wait a few more years? I'll be 40 years old by then. If you don't agree, you have to agree. The contract quota must be given to me. Seeing the other party so tough, Yi Fan gritted his teeth and was ready to agree. After all, he has the special ability of remote driving. Even if can also continue to contract with Lin Xin. Besides, despite Huang Feifei's stern demeanor all day, she is no less attractive than Lin Xin in terms of appearance. He is 1.9 meters tall, and his physique is even more impressive. She also has a special temperament that little girls don't have. The most crucial thing is still strength. The SS-class missile launch vehicle belongs to the category of large combat aircraft. In real combat, it's much stronger than ordinary SSS-level machine girls. So, over the years, many commanders have wanted to make a contract with her. There are even SSS-level experts, but Huang Feifei has never agreed. I didn't expect that today. Sure enough, being handsome is troublesome. If it weren't for that, he wouldn't have traveled to the world of machine girls. Thinking of the past, my face turned pale with iron. At this moment, Yi Fan, don't be unhappy either. My home, Euro, is the school flower of Yulin City and Yulin College. Besides, she is also an SSS level, which is definitely enough for you. I heard that it was not Huang Feifei but her daughter who wanted to make a contract with me. It's still the elite Yulin Academy, and what awakens is the SSS level machine girl. Yi Fan's face instantly improved. Principal, you told me earlier. Then I'll leave a contractual position for Sister Euro. But now, we need to contract someone first. Upon hearing that the boy in front of her was about to make a contract, Huang Feifei's smile narrowed and her eyebrows furrowed. Yi Fan, although you only studied for half a year, you must have studied the knowledge about contracts in the textbook. Since you agreed to make a contract with my family's Euro, are you planning to harm other girls first? I won't agree to this. At the end, Huang Feifei's voice gradually became cold. As a mother, she is not willing to marry her daughter to such a scumbag. Despite the opponent's strong strength, handsome appearance, and good figure, Yi Fan was startled by the cold air before he regained his senses. After all, I haven't received the task reward for remote driving yet. Others had no idea that he could contract multiple machine girls. So Yi Fan quickly leaned his head against Huang Feifei's ear. Principal Huang, this secret is only told to one person. Actually, I also have a special ability called remote driving. Based on the current energy reserves, it is entirely possible to contract multiple machines at the same time. Since coming to Yuhai City, Lin Xin has been very kind to me, so I must contract her. Only in this way can she have the opportunity to enter the War G Academy. Upon hearing that Yi Fan had the special ability to drive remotely, Huang Feifei was once again shocked. But this kid actually wants to contract and awaken the oil tanker truck with the lowest score, which will explode at any time. Huang Feifei's face changed drastically in an instant. No, you're going to die. My daughter's attribute card cannot have an additional contract history. Change it, Murong. That little girl from the S.Class Black Horse 7 series is also quite beautiful. Yi Fan shook his head and did not back down. Principal Huang, Lin Xin must make a contract, and I won't die casually either. Men, do what you do and don't do what you don't do. If your daughter's combat body is damaged in the future, should I also terminate the contract with her? At this point, Yi Fan's eyes were incredibly firm. Huang Feifei seemed to suddenly think of something. Okay, he is truly the son. Law I admire. That's a deal. You can contract Lin Xin first, but you have to agree to one condition. Don't worry, as long as you agree, the benefits in the future will naturally not be less. Also, don't look at me like that, I'm not interested in little brats. Yifan finally breathed a sigh of relief. No problem, Huang Xiaoxiao. Your mother. Law, please speak. Huang Feifei spat softly. Xiaoya Fan. Since we are all a family now, I won't hide it. This condition is very simple, that is, no matter what flaws my family Euro has, you must contract her, and you cannot despise her in the future. After a moment of silence, Yifan gritted his teeth and said, no problem, even if Sister Euro looks like Guan Yu, has an aura like Zhang Fei, and a face like a monkey, I don't mind. Huang Feifei almost lost her breath. You're so stupid, come on. Since my family's Euro is the school flower of Yulin College, she is naturally as beautiful as a fairy. Don't even look at her old lady's taste. As for the defect. Well, let's wait until you make the contract. She is still in Yulin City and is expected to return in a few days. Remember, contract Lin Xin can do it, but don't drive casually. Yifan nodded in confusion. Huang Feifei was very satisfied with this son. Law and handed him a card. Take it, this is my daughter's dowry. Building 108 in the Starry Sky Villa area is large enough and safe enough. You can do whatever you want then. It's very close to Zhangji Academy there, and it's also convenient for you and Euro to go to school then. As for Lin Xin, if she can advance to the C. level before entering school, she can still continue studying. However, this is almost impossible. Even if her commander is at the SSS level. Yifan shrugged his shoulders. Mother-in-law, you don't have to worry about it anymore. By the way, we have been occupying the awakening platform, won't it delay our classmates' awakening later? Damn it, why didn't you remind me earlier? Huang Feifei quickly put away her smile and walked her long legs back to the stands. At this moment, it has been 5 minutes since Yifan stepped out of the awakening device. The playground may seem calm on the surface, but both the girls and the boys have already exploded. Isn't it? The two of them have been sticking their faces together, have they been caught by the great devil? Shoo, keep it down. Although I'm not satisfied, only she can barely deserve Yifan in the entire college. How can it be repaired? If I had known this kid could awaken an SSS level commander, should have posted it earlier. Cut. Just you. I didn't see that Lin Xin, the school flower, has always been very kind to Yifan, but unfortunately, what she awakened was an E.class tanker. Just as other mechas sighed and sighed. Murong walked out of the bathroom. A woman who knows how to put on makeup is truly terrifying. Just now, he was just like the 9 bags elder of the beggars sect. After only a few minutes, he regained his youthful and beautiful appearance. Glancing under the shade of a tree, my good friend curled up in a ball due to the explosion. Murong once again showed a confident smile. In her view, she was the most powerful competitor to Yifan in the upcoming contract pairing. At the same time, the jealousy on the boys' side is almost uncontrollable. Because although Huang Feifei is strict, she has always been the best choice for most boys. After all, even SSS-level powerhouses who want contracts are absolutely terrifying in terms of strength. If she helps, you can be promoted to silver level in minutes. At this moment, Wang Zichuan's lungs were almost bursting with anger. Yifan not only relied on Lin Xin to enter the Imperial Sea Academy. Now relying on Huang Feifei's cheating, he has become an SSS-level commander. He is not willing to he must expose the conspiracy of this wanderer. As long as he wakes up a commander above level C later, he will have a way to kill that rural bumpkin Yifan. End of this chapter. Chapter 6. Lin Xin, are you willing to make a contract with me? You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 6 Lin Xin, are you willing to make a contract with me? Zhang Wei wiped off the sweat from his forehead and glanced at Huang Feifei, who had no expression on her face, as the awakening continued. Next, Wang Zichuan. Not long after, the awakening device once again emitted a cold mechanical sound. Ding dong, successful awakening. Prince River, level A, no special abilities, has talent. Double recharge. As soon as the result came out, the boys cheered and raised their arms. Although only A. level, the talent of double charging is very strong. If used in practical combat, it is not a big problem to classify it as an S. level. Just now, I was swept away by a homeless person, and now I finally have a chance to win back. Wang Zichuan walked out of the awakening module with steps that he did not recognize. The expected scene did not appear. The mechas seemed to have been heavily impacted by SSS level commanders and did not react at all. This made Wang Zichuan extremely angry. All the limelight that should have been on his own was taken up by that kid. Glancing at the handsome young man standing in the corner studying the villa access card. Yi Fan. I will never give up or die with you. The awakening ceremony finally came to an end when the three-wheeled sun climbed above our heads. Out of a total of 150 boys, only 40 awakened as C. level or above commanders. There is only one A. level person, Prince Chuan. Although Yuhai College is not considered to be at the bottom, its performance is also quite embarrassing. Fortunately, there was an SSS level Yi fan supporting the scene, which prevented him from looking down in front of other colleges. So Huang Feifei waved her hand. Directly reward Yi fan with 100,000 credit points. This makes other boys jealous and crazy. Wang Zichuan almost bit his back teeth. It is clear that he is the focus of this awakening, if Yi fan, this wanderer, did not come out halfway. His grades, which are almost S. level, are not only randomly chosen by machine girls. Even if you enter the War G Academy, you are definitely a prominent figure. So Wang Zichuan also hated Lin Xin. After all, it's all because of her kindness. In addition, over the years, Prince Chuan has pursued Lin Xin countless times, and each time he is rejected, which makes him very angry. Humph. I thought you would awaken to the S. level, but I kept enduring it. I didn't expect it to be an E. grade waste. Since that's the case, then don't blame me for being impolite. Wang Zichuan once again glared at Yi fan and Lin Xin. I awakened myself to an A. level commander and received good news of double charging, using a multifunctional bracelet to tell my parents. In addition, I also roughly explained the situation of Lin Xin and Yi fan. I thought my mother with a hot temper would take action to solve it. But upon hearing that Huang Feifei may have a crush on Yi fan, Qian reminded Wang to remind his obedient son not to be impulsive. Although Yi fan cannot move for the time being, Lin Xion's family, who are only B. level at the highest, can use it to vent their anger. I heard that Lin Tianxiang and his wife are currently conducting reconnaissance missions in the western desert. That area is far from the town. As long as Wang Tiandao and Xiao Qing set off now, they can easily find it with the radar components on the heavy tank. Once two people die, Lin Xian, an E. level waste, can be handled any way she wants. Even if the headlights of the tanker truck are crushed and the exhaust pipe is blocked, there will definitely be no one to manage it. Because the multifunctional bracelet would lose signal after leaving the city, Xiao Qing repeatedly advised her son not to cause trouble and to wait for them to come back before making any further decisions. Wang Zichuan naturally readily agreed. After all, he has been coveting Lin Xian for several years, even if he doesn't have a contract, it's still good to only get the other party. As for Yi fan, he had already figured out a strategy. If you get beaten up by your mother, this homeless boy must die. With the loud horns on the playground playing cheerful music. The long-awaited contract pairing activity for graduates of Yuhai College has officially begun. This event is like a graduation ball for Blue Star. After tonight, everyone will go their separate ways. Those with AC. Level or above will continue their studies at Zhangji Academy, while those below AC. Level will become screws in the city. Even so, D. Level and E. Level commanders and mechanics are still striving to showcase themselves. After all, no one wants to give up. Although the probability of contract pairing in the college is not high, people always have hope. At this moment, the hopes of the machine girls came to life. Yi Fan walked towards the center of the playground. Suddenly, all the headlights of the mech girls looked towards the only SSS level commander in the room. As for the men around me, they are all ignored. Suddenly, hundreds of gazes turned to Yi Fan. These gazes, in addition to jealousy and envy, also have subtle murderous intent that cannot be traced. Yi Fan's footsteps never stop. Along the way, the mechanics either wildly swung the wipers or the emergency lights flashed wildly. I just hope the man in front of me can stop in front of me and say, "Please make a contract with me." But ultimately, this is just a fantasy. SSS level commanders cannot contract aircraft below the S level. Moreover, there is Huang Feifei blocking in front. However, Murong, who was tidying up in the bathroom at the time, was unaware. Watching the man constantly walking towards me, her heart was about to jump to her throat. Sure enough, men are all big pig hooves. Don't be fooled by how kind Lin Xin is to him. Awakening to the E.class tanker truck will immediately result in being abandoned by the other party. You still have to do it yourself. Not only is she beautiful, but she is also the only S.class machine girl of this year. Yi Fan doesn't choose himself, who else can he choose? The distance between the two sides is getting closer and closer. Murong's heartbeat is also getting faster and faster. As long as she can successfully make the contract, the road ahead will be smooth. As for my best friend Lin Xin. Not familiar, okay. Yi Fan bears immense pressure every step he takes. The headlights that the surrounding mechanics were looking forward to, combined with the resentful gaze of the commanders. Every second is a torment. Men are too outstanding, you don't even know how proactive women are. Yi Fan had been troubled by this before his travels. Unexpectedly, even after crossing over, this situation still cannot be changed. Fortunately, the figure in the distance was his white moonlight in this world. Hello, hello. Please make way. Why is the gasoline smell so strong here? If you can't hold it, go to the bathroom. If there's a spark arc here later, everyone will have to go to heaven. Yi Fan arrived next to Murong, but his footsteps did not stop. Not only did he not choose her as the contractual partner, but he also mocked her. In an instant, all eyes turned to Murong. Not long ago, the performance of the Dark Horse X7 was still vividly remembered. She not only leaks oil, but also has plenty of glass water and antifreeze. Murong is now both shy and angry, wishing she could find a hole to burrow into. But the initiator has already arrived by the shade of the tree. Lin Xin, are you willing to make a contract with me? The girl lifted her dusty little face. Eyes with wet tears, full of shock. But what was even more shocking than Lin Xin was the machine girl on the playground. If it were 2 days ago, Yi Fan had no problem choosing her. But now, knowing that the other party is an E.class tanker truck and still needs a contract is foolish, extremely foolish. Thank you. Book friend 20230604072934648 for sending 200 reading coins. Thank you for the recommended tickets, monthly tickets, and follow. Up reading for the handsome and beautiful women. Your support is the driving force behind the author's continuous updates. Today's fog is still 38 degrees, and it is visible to the naked eye that everyone is familiar. End of this chapter. Chapter 7. Kind women have good luck. You are listening at Novel Full. Audio. Chapter 7. Kind women have good luck. Murong couldn't understand Yi Fan's behavior at all. Why? She is only E.level, while I am S.level. Why choose a tanker truck that can explode at any time? Is the old lady's headlights not big enough, and the exhaust pipes of the sports car not new enough? Murong lost all her previous dignity due to excitement. A head of beautiful hair fluttering in the wind, like Medusa's snake hair, terrifying to the extreme. Yifan too didn't respond either. Carefully used the corners of her sleeves to wipe Lin Xin's dusty little face. Half a year ago, I almost died in the wilderness. It was Uncle Lin and Aunt Sue who saved me. 5 months ago, I was supposed to be a mechanical mutant beast decomposer. Because of Xin, I had the opportunity to enter Yuhai College. Since the SSS level commander is now awakened, we naturally need to contract with her. Is it difficult? Can we still find an old sports car with only 60% of its condition left? Bastard, what did you say? Believe it or not, I just drift and make a mess of you. Yifan said a few words and directly broke through Murong's defense. If it weren't for the pickup truck's best friend blocking with all her might, it wouldn't have ended well. At this moment, Lin Xin tilted her head to the side. No. I refuse the contract. You deserve a better opportunity, not to bury your future out of gratitude. Lin Xin's voice was not loud, but it was full of stubbornness. The surrounding mecha and commander were all shocked and their chins dropped. Even Huang Feifei from the distant stands couldn't believe it. Refusing contract invitations usually happens to high-quality aircraft carriers or commanders. But the rejection of SSS-level commanders by the tail of the E.class crane is unheard of. Shouldn't we immediately agree and be grateful? The mechanics on the playground were so angry that their car lights flickered wildly, wishing they could replace Lin Xin in agreeing. Especially Murong, she tried hard to squeeze out a smile. Yifan brother. You don't even want Lin Xin, so don't force her. Either choose me or not. Don't worry, I am very familiar with Master Yu. As long as he helps with a comprehensive renovation, the car's condition can instantly return to the new peak of 99. Also, if you like the oversized high-beam headlights or water-cooled hydraulic exhaust pipes, I can replace them. After speaking, Murong still showed a well-behaved appearance. But Yifan still didn't look back, and didn't even pay attention to her. Just lightly grabbed Lin Xin's small hand with mud and ashes. Let's go to the contract center now to complete the contract. Yifan did not give up at all because the other party refused, but rather seemed to be the E.level commander who sought the other party's contract. Lin Xin gritted her teeth tightly, trying to shake off her opponent's big hand. But I found that my scorching palm couldn't shake off at all. Let go of me. Just like this, I have transformed. As Lin Xin spoke, she kept looking at the deep pit next to her. As if reminding the other party that if you transform yourself, you have to become a roasted pig. Yifan raised the corner of his mouth. Don't let it go. You let go. Don't loosen it. Yifan, what exactly do you want? Knowing it, of course I want to make a contract with you. Okay, but I'm just an E.class tank truck, and if I'm not careful, I might even explode. Even I can't control myself, you and I may never be able to step into the cockpit for a lifetime. Speaking of which, Lin Xin was almost crying. The surrounding machine girls even bit their back teeth. What exactly is the plot unfolding of this Nima? I was clearly watching the excitement right next to me. Unexpectedly, he was accidentally fed a mouthful of dog food. Yifan didn't care at all. Feeling that Lin Xin's small hands did not continue to struggle. Just get close to the other person's ear. I'll tell you quietly, not only do I have an all-energy interface and Cybertron heart, but I also have a special ability. Remote driving. Even if we make a contract, we can still provide energy consumption in the form of a battlemate without entering the cockpit. Lin Xin's eyes lit up, but her cheeks were instantly covered in rosy clouds. So, isn't that completely contactless? Seeing the little girl blushing, Yifan's mouth curled up again. Don't worry, I happen to have a bucket of S.grade vibrating gold paint in my hand. As long as I paint everything, even if I stay in the cab, I won't be affected by the explosion at all. As soon as Yifan finished speaking, Lin Xin frowned. So, all places. I don't want to be modified by Master Yu, I haven't done it yet. Speaking of which, Lin Xin's voice was already low and inaudible. Yifan naturally understood what the little girl was thinking. Don't trouble Yulogui, I can also modify it. I will personally help you when the time comes. I will never miss every inch of the iron plate. Just now, someone pinched my palm. I know. Lin Xin's voice trembled slightly, but there was already an extra smile on her face. Since I won't affect Yifan's contract with other mechanics, I won't harm his life either. So the contract doesn't really matter. In the future, I will always maintain my human form, do laundry and cook at home, and take care of my children. But at this moment, Yifan moved his head a little closer. The distance between the two is only half an inch, and we can almost hear each other's heartbeat. Xin, I know you want to enter Zhangji Academy. Don't worry, I will definitely promote you to the C. level before the start of the school year. Upon hearing Yifan's promise, Lin Xin widened her eyes. Because even if the two make a contract, with the blessing of an SSS level commander, E. level is E. level, and it will not become C. level in a short period of time. Unless extensively modified or equipped with rare external pendants. But either way, it requires a sky-high cost of resources. The 100,000 credit points awarded by the principal are simply a drop in the bucket. Even if parents help, it's almost impossible with their B. level abilities. No need. Entering the War G Academy was just a casual remark from the beginning. There's nothing wrong with being an E level, as 1/4 of the women in Yuhai City are E level. Everyone can live, why am I different from others? Unfortunately, we won't be able to make money in mechanical form in the future. I don't know if the blasting team needs an inexperienced tanker truck. Speaking of her second form, Lin Xin's eyes dimmed once again. After all, she used to be the school belle, ranking first in both appearance and grades at Yuhai College. This huge gap would probably have gone crazy for anyone else. But Lin Xin didn't, he even held back his tears. This kind girl doesn't want the man she likes to worry about her. But what kind of person is Yifan? He has eaten more salt than Lin Xin has eaten mutated animal meat. Just a glance reveals what the little girl is thinking. There's no such thing as casually mentioning it, and there's no such thing as an E. level. It's just a helpless self-comfort. Since he wanted a contract, Yifan would never let his mecha be just an E. class. Alright, now, immediately, come with me to the contract center. This time, Lin Xin didn't object anymore, but let out a soft, Watching the two of them walk away hand in hand. Wang Zichuan's eyes were full of resentment. Surprisingly, she has no affair with Huang Feifei. Contract, right. When the time comes to break Lin Xin into pieces in front of you, I don't know what expression the SSS level commander will have. End of this chapter. Chapter 8. Yuhai City Specialty, 8-Legged Iron Overlord. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Chapter 8 Yuhai City Specialty, 8-Legged Iron Overlord. Step out of the gate of Yuhai College. Lin Xin suddenly stopped walking. She looked around stealthily, wanting to pull her hand out of Yifan's big hand. I tried several times but couldn't make it. Yi. Brother Xiaofan, let go quickly. I'm covered in dust all over me, or else I'll get you dirty too. At this point, Lin Xin lowered her head and dared not look directly into the man's eyes. I'm afraid the other person will dislike me. Yi Fan didn't know what the little girl was thinking. Xin, when Uncle Lin rescued me from the wilderness, you didn't mind me being covered in mud. Even the beggar outfit of Armani helped me wash it clean with my own hands. Am I so heartless in your eyes? A scumbag who despises a worthless wife. Lin Xian's cheeks turned red and she quickly denied it. No, If not, that's good. Besides, once the contract is completed in the world of machine girls, both parties will be officially married. Even if I am the lord of the Imperial Sea City, I have to go home and obey your orders, madam. As Yi Fan spoke, he reached out to pat Lin Xian's little brain. But as soon as it touched, a large handful of dust burst out. Cough cough. Xin, let's go home first to clean up and change into a new outfit. Otherwise, it wouldn't be good if the contract photos later were just two little clay figurines. Yi Fan made a face while speaking. Lin Xian was immediately amused to a giggle. Due to the significant difference in strength, the distance between the two instantly shrank significantly. The means of transportation in the world of machine girls are also machine girls. 100 years ago, after colliding with a mysterious celestial body, all mechanical equipment lay in ruins. It seems like technology is locked in by Jizi. The original cars, airplanes, ships, and even computers and weapons. All cannot be used. However, Jinyang has become a substitute for the decline of technology. For example, the double-decker bus that Yi Fan and Lin Xian are currently riding on is a D.class aircraft carrier. They only use mechanical forms when working. So the driver's cab does not require the commander to provide additional energy. Although there is no one in the cab, passengers cannot enter casually. Otherwise, one will face severe punishment. This is considered a serious crime in the world of machine girls. The mandatory access ability like Yi Fan cannot be exposed. No commander can accept their mech being logged in casually. Once this ability is exposed, it will be pursued by all commanders. The kind of never giving up or dying. Yi Fan naturally knew this, so even Lin Xian did not tell him. It's only a 10-minute drive from the college to the cabin of Lin Qianxiang and his wife. So, I didn't go to the distant Starry Villa area. As for the cost of the bus, it is 2 credit points per person. The purchasing power of a 1-point credit is approximately equivalent to 1 yuan. The payment method is achieved through a multifunctional wristband. Probably similar to Blue Star's electronic payment. Although there are almost no technological devices in the world of mechs. But various mechanical mutated beasts have brought a new direction of evolution to human civilization. A multifunctional wristband is one of them. Not only can it serve as a credit point wallet, but it can also facilitate short-distance information exchange within the city. The most powerful feature is the storage function. The size of materials that can be stored varies depending on the grade of the bracelet. Additionally, the appearance of the bracelet is quite cute. Although Yi Fan doesn't think so. After all, in his eyes as a passer.by, the multi-functional bracelet is the same as the bandage on the wrist of a hospital patient, without any sense of technological beauty. At this moment, there are 10,500 credit points in Yi Fan's bracelet. Enough for him and Lin Xian to use before the start of the War Ji Academy. In addition, the super-large mansion gifted by Huang Feifei is perfect for everything, including food, clothing, and housing. But Yi Fan did not choose to enjoy life. In order for Lin Xian to be promoted to the C. level before the start of school. He plans to go hunting outside the city tomorrow. If it were for other commanders, the E.class fighter girl in the contract would probably never dare to leave the city for the rest of her life. But Yi Fan is different. He is confident enough to easily hunt in the battle zone outside the city. As long as we gather all the materials for renovation, and then elevate ourselves and Lin Xian's level to silver, even if it's just bronze. It is absolutely possible to elevate the grade to C before the start of the school year. Yi Fan thought so. But just then, an ominous feeling suddenly came from behind. Turning around, there was a sports car running wildly in the middle of the road. This car is so familiar. Black Horse 7 Series, painted in red, with oversized headlights. It's Murong. Lin Xin didn't bother her about it yet, but she took the initiative to follow her. Yi Fan's anger reignited in his heart. Glancing at the tired little girl, a fierce light flashed deep in her eyes. He has been in this world for over half a year and has never killed anyone, Jinyang. Since the other party is seeking death, don't blame him for being impolite. System, enable mandatory access. Ding, scanning. Scanning completed. Within 500 yards, there are 311 organic women in total. May I ask if you would like to visit immediately? Immediately. Ding, permission enabled successfully. The host can access 311 nearby machine hosts. Ding, the host is in a mobile state, and the number of accessible machines is now 301. Ding, as the bus travels, the number of accessible bus attendants is also constantly changing. But Yi Fan was not worried. Because the Dark Horse X7 is following closely behind. Glancing at the little girl next to me again. Yi Fan closed his eyes. The list of machine girls is still arranged in descending order. So, he easily found Murong's name at the beginning. After all, S.class mechas are very rare. Ding, congratulations to the host. The forced access was successful. The neural connection is completed and information sharing is enabled, logging in. Soon, Yi Fan entered Murong's cockpit again. Compared to the previous time, there hasn't been much change here. The smell of gasoline in the air is just a bit hard to accept. After all, Jinyang's gasoline is equivalent to humans at this moment. The Dark Horse X7 behind the bus suddenly shook and continued to maintain a constant speed. And Yi Fan has already opened Murong's attribute list in the cockpit. Sure enough, confidential information. It is speculated that Yi Fan entered the cockpit before and used this secret to force him to make a contract with himself. Seeing this, Yi Fan's killing intent became even stronger. After all, I was careless. I shouldn't have mocked Murong for only 60% of her car condition before. But fortunately, it's not too late. Every city in the world of machine girls has its own unique characteristics. Due to its proximity to the sea, Yuhai City is characterized by various mechanical sea animals. The most numerous among them is a mutated creature called the eight-legged iron tyrant. That's the old crab. However, after mechanical mutation, there has been a significant improvement in body size and combat effectiveness. Especially the hard shell, it is very difficult to deal with. However, the benefits are not without them. The eight-legged iron overlord still retains its delicious taste and is the main source of food for Yuhai City. Besides eating, the hard shell of the eight-legged iron overlord also has many uses. For example, the isolation strip that extends from both sides of the highway to the end. Listen to the city defense officer of Yuhai City. Even if a small beast tide appears, it can still use this to block the threat from outside. Yi Fan has a doubt. I don't know if it's the hard shell of the eight-legged iron overlord. Or is it the S.class machine of the Dark Horse X7 that is tough? End of this chapter. Chapter 9. Furious Armored Beast, Lin Xin injured. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 9. Furious Armored Beast, Lin Xin injured. Since there are doubts, then practice is the best way to test truth. At this moment, the indicator light on the control panel lit up. Yi Fan only felt a tightness behind his waist. The energy inside the body rushes crazily into the four-cylinder engine of the Dark Horse X7. Accompanied by the metallic mechanical sound of cool and cool. Murong unexpectedly entered the third form of Jinyang, Zhangji mode. Don't worry, her second form is just a sports car. But after entering the warrior mode, the visible combat power skyrocketed. Now Murong's appearance is similar to the Cybertron people in Transformers. The only difference is that Zhang Ji cannot turn her hands into machine guns or missiles like Bumblebee. However, the original mechanical form of body tissue. After transforming into a warrior, it can still be used as a weapon. For example, the huge shield on Murong's right hand is a fusion of two car doors. Her warrior form should be defensive. Watching a woman with both feet gliding without any decrease in speed. Yi Fan was a bit confused. Although a large amount of gel influx will not affect the sight of the spirit body. But the sudden changes were still unexpected. He quickly checked the current data status of Murong. Murong, identity. Graduates of the 38th cohort of Yuhai College. Age. 18 years old. Warrior's concubine form. Black Horse Defense Type Gundam. Zhang Ji quality. Level. Level 0, Black Iron, dot. Energy. 98 octane gasoline. Power core. Racing series 4-cylinder engine. Commander. Unknown. Contract history. 0 times. Car condition. 60% new, black exhaust pipe, damaged filter, with slight oil leakage symptoms. Warrior's equipment. Titanium alloy door frame shield. Mechanical energy consumption. 50 T/minute. Basic energy consumption of Zhang Ji's form. 500 T/minute, gradually increases with the intensity of the battle, dot. After reading the attributes of Zhang Ji, there may not be a chance to test the strength of the Iron Overlord shell. Although the 8-legged Iron Overlord has extremely high defense. But it is only aimed at the human and mechanical forms of the mecha. Whenever encountering a War Queen, even AC.level War Queen is vulnerable to a single blow. Yi Fan saw the situation and quickly used compulsory access rights. I want to control Murong to return to mechanical form. But the system's prompt sounds in my ears. DD. Accessing object due to taking energy blockers, program error, repairing. Unable to cut off mandatory access when the host is occupied. The host can still issue combat instructions to the warrior, but cannot return to the first or second form unless the energy is depleted. After listening to the system prompt, Yi Fan gave a click. Can only change back when energy is depleted. Can't I cut off access myself yet? Murong, this guy, can't be with me for a lifetime. With the increase of Cybertron Heart, Yi Fan's energy reserve has reached 500,000 tons. Not only is it a problem of high total energy storage capacity. As an SSS level commander, the speed of energy recovery is also astonishing. Plus, there is no loss of energy during transmission. Even if Murong fights with all her might, the energy she recovers is faster than it consumes. Yi Fan only felt like he was holding onto a hot potato covered in glue. At this moment, the double-decker bus operator let out a scream. Ah! It's a silver-level berserk armored beast. Isn't this monster all in the deep sea? Why did they run to the shore? As Jin Yang shouted, the giant creatures outside the highway barrier also let out a roar. Pippi trucks. Lin Xin's face turned pale as she plunged into Yi Fan's arms and dared not look up. In the cockpit of Zhang Ji, Yi Fan's mental and eye corners twitched wildly. This is clearly a 20-meter-long skin shrimp. However, the metal armor on the surface exudes a certain aura under the shining sun of 3 rounds. But after this thing lands, does it really have combat power? As soon as Yi Fan thought of this, he saw the furious armored beast arched its body. Continuing. Pippi, pickup truck. Roaming. The strong shrimp tail swept a shallow pit on the ground. With the help of tremendous force, the body crossed the defensive fortification constructed by the 8-legged iron Overlord shell and landed right in front of the bus that Yifan was riding on. Creaking. Double-decker buses come to an emergency stop. It hasn't stopped yet, and the side fuel tank has cracked. 92 gasoline flowed down the sloping road towards the furious armored beast. Jinyang lost her energy and could only return to human form. The passengers on board were immediately exposed to the mutated beast. Seeing the furious armored beast unleash its front paws and make a loud explosion in the air, passengers dare not stop and flee in all directions. As the bus driver ran, she didn't forget to open her wristband and call out to the War Concubine Legion in the Imperial Sea City. But this seaside road is far from the Legion base. It will take at least 10 minutes for Zhang Ji to arrive. At this moment, there are only Yifan and Lin Xin left in the center of the road. Yifan was mentally and physically trapped within Murong's body, and his physical body was in an unconscious state, completely unable to move. And Lin Xin, although afraid of making her legs weak, but still hold up your chest and block in front of your man. It's not that she doesn't want to run, but the strength was too small to drag Yifan. Lin Xin has only one idea in her mind now. That's when the monster dares to take action, she immediately transforms into a tanker truck. Even if it doesn't kill the opponent, it will still be a mouthful of dust. However, it is obvious that the target of the Fury armored beast is not a small, nutritious creature like humans. It came to land because of Murong. In the world of mecha, humans and mutated beasts feed each other. Killing or eating mutated beasts can increase the level of the mech and commander. Similarly, mutated beasts that consume high-level mechs can greatly enhance combat effectiveness. The reason why this berserk armored beast appears here is because it smells the scent of an S-level mech. If we switch to other S-level machines, because the car is in good condition, the smell will not spread far. But Murong is different, her car condition is really terrible. Dark exhaust pipes, combined with broken filters. The smell of excessive combustion of 98-octane gasoline was nowhere to hide in front of the berserk armored beast with a keen sense of smell. Pippi. Pikapi. The Fury armored beast roared again. Eyes that stood out and appeared to be full of intelligence, staring diagonally at the S-level warrior. 3 pairs of sharp mouthparts flipped rapidly, spitting out thousands of colorful small bubbles in just a few seconds. Bow. At the moment when the first bubble shattered, the 2 front claws of the Fury armored beast quickly pop out. Bomb. Accompanied by the sound of explosion, 2 invisible energies suddenly flew out. The red light in the cockpit flashes wildly. Yifan's eyes also turned red. Because the shrimp crawler actually tilted. Perhaps due to leaving the ocean, the already visually impaired Fury armored beast. The air bomb fired flew towards 2 humans. Bomb. Stone splashes. Perhaps fate should not end. The attack of the Fury armored beast did not directly hit the 2 people. But the splashed stone still scratched the girl's body. Lin Xin didn't care at all. She bit her lips and opened her arms, resolutely blocking Yifan's body. Her face is darker than before, and her clothes are all covered in mud. But in Yifan's eyes, Lin Xin seemed like an angel. And the angel, surprisingly, was injured. End of this chapter. Chapter 10. Super Computational Intelligence, Murong Yanran. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 10. Super Computational Intelligence, Murong Yanran Yuhai City, the headquarters of the War Concubine Legion. The giant cube device, which is 8 meters high and also 8 meters wide, constantly emits green smoke towards the outside. Just listen to a pop sound. Device shattered. A black-haired girl emerged from the smoke. The girl is not tall and wears a pair of thick-bottomed black-framed glasses. At this moment, the pouting and frowning look is like an old scholar who has been frustrated in experiments. But if you observe carefully, this little girl with a ponytail is actually very beautiful. Even describing it as exquisite is not an exaggeration. Just black framed glasses and a loose white coat, covering up the youthful atmosphere that should have been there. The girl's name is Murong Yanran and she is 19 years old. She is the daughter of Murong Fu, the commander of the Zhangji army. Murong Fu, as his name suggests, is very wealthy. As her daughter, she can live the luxurious life she wants. But Murong Yanran did not choose to enjoy it. Because she wants to resurrect her mother. Touch the storage chip left by Wang Yan on her neck. Murong Yanran's eyes were firm. Mom, no matter what they say, no matter how many times they fail, I will resurrect you. Unfortunately, no commander can provide enough energy for my calculations. Otherwise. At this point, tears flickered in the corners of the girl's eyes. Murong Yanran and her mother are both super computational intelligence, an extremely special and rare type of machine mother. It is precisely because of this uniqueness that Wang Yan has the possibility of resurrection. However, due to her own flaws, Murong Yanran was unable to complete the initial activation of the chip despite all her efforts over the past year. She hates herself. Although SSS-level machines have awakened, their energy consumption is 10 times that of machines of the same level. Even the contracted SSS-level commander cannot provide enough energy at all. Moreover, she is still a rare nuclear energy interface. So, for the past year, Murong Yanran has been using mechanical forms to activate chips for her mother. With her small stature, she can only hold on for a few seconds each time, despite her enormous energy consumption. It will be like before, smoking all over and returning to human form. Murong Yanran was unwilling, but also helpless. At this moment, the limited edition multifunctional diamond-grade bracelet began to vibrate. The Imperial Sea Academy has awakened an SSS-level commander this time. Upon seeing this news, Murong Yanran habitually lifted her black-framed glasses. She didn't hold much hope. What about SSS level, still unable to meet their energy consumption? But the next second. What? All energy interface, Cybertron's heart. 500% of total energy storage, without any transmission loss yet. Murong Yanran was stunned. If the news is true, then this man can definitely meet his energy needs. Yi Fan. You are mine. After speaking, Murong Yanran rushed out of the headquarters of the War Concubine Legion, intending to immediately go to the Imperial Sea Academy to recruit people. Otherwise, if Yi Fan were to be taken away by her mother, she would have to let her useless father spend money to persuade him to leave. Not long after Murong Yanran left, the headquarters operator received a distress message from the bus operator. Yuhai City, Ring Road. Watching the little bright red oozing from under Lin Xin's clothes, Yi Fan was completely angry. The energy in Ma Rongrong's 4-cylinder engine flowed into her body as if she didn't want money. I completely don't care if the other party will explode due to overload. Pwai. Pwai. Steam sprays out from various interfaces of the Black Horse Defense Gundam. Zhangji's energy consumption has increased from 500 T per minute to 6,000 T directly. The influx of tremendous energy has skyrocketed Ma Rongrong's strength. Bomb. The ground shattered and the warrior disappeared. When it reappears, it has already collided with the weakest shrimp line position of the Fury Armor Beast. Bang. The collision between the two sides is like a giant drum striking a stone. However, Yi Fan never expected that the furious armored beast would curl itself up and use its hardtail armor to block the attack just 1 second before the impact. On the contrary, it was Ma Rongrong who, under the tremendous impact, had 2 front headlights shattered on the ground. She is now conscious. Faced with a 20-meter high mechanical mutant beast, the fuel tank was almost unstoppable. But I have no control over my body at all. In the cockpit. Although Yi Fan was angry, he did not continue to attack. Because he knew that skinned shrimp have been active in the deep sea for a long time, and their shells are extremely hard due to water pressure. Add the surface layer of reinforced metal. Just awakened, Murong, who is only level 0, has no chance unless she attacks the soft belly shrimp line. But now, the other party has no flaws left, and it is almost impossible to win. So, it is necessary to change the strategy and at least transfer Lin Xin and her body to a safe location. But at this moment, Lin Xin seemed to have discovered Murong, with a surprised and worried expression on her face. Judging from the posture, it seems like I still want to go up and help. This foolish woman. Although Yi Fan is angry, if Lin Xin is not kind, then it is not Lin Xin. Although sometimes, this kind of kindness is also called lacking in heart. It seems that in the future, we need to tell her more stories about the dangers of human nature. Kindness can exist, but it can only be left to the closest person. Unrestricted kindness will only harm oneself in the end. After Yi Fan made this decision, he began to ask questions. System, I am currently logged in and unable to leave, right? That's right, host. Can I still forcibly log into another device? Returning to the host, with remote driving in Cybertron Heart, you can contract multiple mechs. However, due to insufficient mental power, mandatory login is currently only possible for 2 users at the same time. May I ask if you want to enable permissions immediately? 2, right. That's enough. Start immediately. Ding, scanning. Scan completed. Within a 500-yard radius, there is only one unlisted machine. Do you want to access it directly? Yes. Ding, congratulations to the host. The forced access was successful. The neural connection is completed and information sharing is enabled, logging in. With the system prompt sound, the scene in front of Yi Fan began to separate. At the same time, Lin Xin's body also stiffened. The feeling of being in the college not long ago has struck again. But this time it's different from the last time. She could clearly feel that it was Yi Fan who forcibly logged into her. But the other party clearly lost consciousness lying on the ground. And, the two did not complete the contract ceremony. It doesn't seem good to log in without a contract. After all, she is Lin Xin's cheeks turned red and her heart was beating faster. I didn't expect Brother Yi Fan to lose consciousness and protect himself. But she is just an unstable E.class oil tanker. Even if you log in, it won't be helpful at all. But at this moment, a massive and pure atomic energy rushed into her Optimus 1 nuclear power reactor. Accompanied by a metallic sound of cool and cool. Lin Xin's body began to undergo changes. But this time, it's not the second form. Oil tankers. But it's Zhang. An E.level war queen cannot be said to have no future, she is definitely unprecedented. Because no C.level commander would choose an E.level concubine contract. As the cockpit is filled with blue anti-collision gel. Yi Fan's pupils were also severely injured in an instant. Because of the attributes of Lin Xin form, it's really outrageous. End of this chapter.